Welcome to the Potluck Webcast with Master Chef Warren L. Booker Jr.
Let's see.
Hello, people. This is Warren L. Booker Jr. Thank you so much. We have reached 100 subscribers. Actually, as of today, it's 149. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's keep it going. Good day, people. It is your boy, Master Chef Warren L. Booker Jr., here with another episode of the soon-to-be internationally known webcast entitled The Potluck. Today has been a long day. It's been an extended day. For anybody that's in education, you know what today is. Parents, today is Parent-Teacher Conference. Go see your teachers. Pick up your phone when you see a phone call, or you should have when you saw a phone call from a 447 number here for Little Rock. And also don't forget, tomorrow between the hours of 8 and 1, you may have some type of correspondence or communication from an educator. So with that being said, we're going to delve straight in because I'm hungry. I've worked some extended hours today and I need to get something to eat. But it was important for me to get here with you tonight. And hello over there on YouTube to my mom. Again, I know that you're over there supporting your one and only son. So today's appetizer is going to be as follows. In a world of turmoil and uncertainty, it is more important than ever to make our families the center of our lives and the top of our priorities. Again, in a world of turmoil and uncertainty, it is more important than ever to make our families the center of our lives and the top of our priorities. So make sure, in this world, there's a whole lot going on. Make sure that you make your family the center of your priority. And with that being said, in true potluck fashion, I'm going to give you the book of kebab for today, and that is stop hitting the snooze button. Wake up. Again, stop hitting the snooze button. I need you to wake up. So today's featured menu item is straight to the point. What's going on? Are you asking the same thing? And I can say here lately, I've kind of taken on the stance that Marvin Gaye took as it relates to what's going on. Because the decisions that are being made, the things that are going on in this world, now for some reason, Black history is a problem. Teaching our history and things that were done to us. To be truthful, people are fighting against things that were done to us, not our history, because our history is way more than just slavery. Our history did not start with slavery, but that here lately, that seems to have been an issue. Now, not too long ago, our president, current president, he did the State of the Union address, which that happens yearly. And this person right here took an issue with it, And after that, this particular person, a person that looks similar to that person, came back with a speech that to me was sounded very familiar. It almost was plagiarized and talking about those to the left and those to the right and this and that. And it made it all about a party. It sounded as if it was a speech, in my opinion, for a president, but yet and still you hold another position in our state. And I was very taken aback by that because I was confused by this person right here. In my opinion, it spewed hate. It spewed division. And I thought we were getting better. We like to think as a society that we are getting better. So Marvin Gaye, I understand what's going on. That's what I found myself asking myself that question a lot here lately. How you doing, Pastor Sharon Paula Williams, my church member, Second Baptist, whoop, whoop. And my home church member, thank you so much for tuning in. Dr. Booker, that sounds good, Dr. Womack. Make sure that somebody give me an honorary doctorate because I don't think I'm going back to school. What's up, Shatara Cook? Again, we need to get control of this person right here. Again, she came on and to me just spewed hate. There are a lot of bills here in Arkansas, the Senate bills that are going forward. One is attempting to get rid of affirmative action. And I watched the TikTok video about that and shout out to my neighbor and our senator, Fred Love. The guy was saying, well, your people, why your people did not try to combat affirmative action and combat discrimination. And he asked, why would we, when we were the ones that were being discriminated against? And for him to say your people, that was very offensive to me. But again, when people show you who they are believe them. I honestly think because this person is in office now, a lot of people feel as if they can do what the former administration, as it relates to the president, can just say or do anything now because they feel as if they are backed up by that. Then there's a lot of talk about CRT. There's a lot of talk about this new plan for educators. I think it's called the Learn Plan. And it sounds good, $50,000 in this, but there are a lot of things that go along with that. And you guys should look closer into that. There is also another similar plan called the Raise Plan, which does not come with all the stipulations that the Learn Plan comes with. So it's time now for us people to again stop snoozing. We're having to start to read these bills, find out what they mean, because they could affect us and be very detrimental to us and your children. And there's schools and states and places are getting rid of the elective of Black history. It's like they want to erase the things that happen. Again, I realize my history does not start with slavery. My history does not start with Jim Crow. Those things were done to us. And because we are resilient people, we're able to bounce back. You started 400 plus years, but you know what? We still can compete with it. We caught up, and that's the problem. You're trying to push us back. Like, hold up, we're resilient people. It's in our DNA. And aren't you tired of just spewing hate? That takes a lot of energy. And again, some people are upset because this picture describes it best. This is, of course, from the Little Rock Nine, and it stated all these women don't want their kids to learn how they treated this woman when they were in school. So they attempt to erase it. They attempt to make it seem bad. And that's exactly what is going on. That's true, Paula Williams, the Orange Theory. They don't want these people right here to know what they did. You did it. It's history. You've rewritten it. You've taken things out, but it happened, people. It happened. And as simple as that, own it. Be a man, be a woman, and say, hey, we did this, and we want to right our wrongs. But no, they don't. They spew hate. But to be truthful, it's more evil than anything. And that's just my personal opinion. So Marvin, I'm with you. What's going on? What's going on? He asked that several times, that rhetorical question several times. And again, it seems as if as soon as we're taking 5 steps up, we're not 8 steps back. And that's just sad. But again, we are resilient people. So, of course, we all know that the Super Bowl took place on Sunday. We ate our wings. We ate our chicken nuggets or our chicken wings and our dips and, and did whatever you want to do. And it was with great pride that I watched. It was with great pride that history was going to be made. There were a lot of historical moments that were taking place on Sunday as relates to the Super Bowl. And one in specific, or in particular rather, was the singing of the Negro National Anthem, or the Black National Anthem. And this lady, she gave us the dramatic Cheryl E. Ralph. She sang that song with passion. She gave us a hoo, and she used her lower register. And she gave us the Dream Girls dramatics. And as you can see, the field was planted with Afrocentric things, and we were excited. We were excited. We're moving forward. Change is happening. But on the local level, we had to be faced with this, our local news. KARK4 Newsroom. The performance of Raise Your Voice and Sing of what? Of what? Clearly, the song starts out with lift every voice and sing. But the performance of Raise Your Voice and Sing at Sunday's Super Bowl marks the first time the so-called Black National Anthem has been performed on field at the NFL's championship game. And immediately, I put my finger to my phone and I typed, are you all going to address the so-called liberty and justice of all that is mentioned in our national anthem, our Pledge of Allegiance? Just curious. Also, if you're going to report news like this, you need to say, get somebody else to do it. Again, we're expected to stand for a song, which we don't sing all of the the United States national anthem, but there are stanzas, or there's a verse in it where it talks about slavery, where it glorifies slavery. Um, and it's not okay. It's not okay. But we're expected to respect it. We're ridiculed when you don't want to stand up for it and when a person wants to take a knee. But yet and still, you disrespect our national anthem. Now, why is it separate? Because America is separate. Come on. You talk about freedom, you talk about unity, you talk about equality, but we know it's everything but that. And we, as African American people, okay, we can't do this. You don't want to sing in this, or it's not true. So we're going to create our own. We can't go to school with you. So we're going to create our own. We can't live in your town. So we're going to create our own. We've been forced all of our life, even though we built this country, we've had to go and recreate, and we've been good at it, but it's not okay. Own your own that you've done. Again, our schools, HBCUs, were created because we couldn't go to yours. And they have been successful. They've created some great people. After so long, should realize we can't hold these people back. So let's stop. Let's treat them like the great people that they are. But yet and still, it doesn't happen. You have people like this person that pops on the screen and wants to read a plagiarized script that sounds just like the person that they used to report for. Now, of course, in true American fashion, it was followed with an apology, and it reads this. I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. That's not the wrong. That's the wrong one. Here we go. Sunday evening, KRK shared a story out online and online social media for one of our national content partners about the Super Bowl performance of Lift Every Voice and Sing, the Black National Anthem. So now it's the Black National Anthem, and now it's called Lift Every Voice and Sing. The original story included the wording so-called Black National Anthem. This should have never happened. We should have proofed this story and made the appropriate changes instead of posting the version that was shared with us. We apologize to anyone that may have hurt or been upset or angered. Please know that we are deeply sorry for this oversight. And I figured this was coming, and regardless of what it was worded, it would never be okay. I do not believe that a news station posts something without proofreading it. I just don't believe it. Never worked for a news station, but I simply do not believe that. I think that it was intentional, and of course, they took it down, but screenshots happen just like that. And of course, it is still around. It's still around, and it still can be posted. Of course, apology, but no thank you. Keep it to yourself. It's not acceptable. I don't believe this. And again, if that's the case, that person should be fired. So then, again, a lot of positivity, a lot of firsts that have been happening. And then this person's father hops online and posts this. Halftime entertainment at the Super Bowl. I wish they'd remember. Who is they? Remember, families are watching and have more wholesome halftime fare, which I don't know what his thoughts are about that or what he's saying with that. I also don't care so much what else they sing before the game. So you don't even care. As long as they sing the real national anthem, which was sung, and everyone stands and shows respect for that. So forget your stuff. Forget what you value. Okay. As for the people criticizing Kari Lake, if you defended the players' right to kneel during the real national anthem, I don't want to hear your hypocritical whining about Kari Lake or anyone else not standing during the fake national anthem. So again, this person father spews more hate, and there you have it. There you have it. Our America, home of the brave and the free, where we do have freedom of speech, our amendment rights. So everyone's entitled to that. But y'all, I'm just getting scared. We thought we were moving forward. And growing up in the South, I always knew that racism and hate existed. I think we sometimes have become immune to it and we're kind of blind to it, but it's still happening. I feel like what happened in our whole country when we had a certain person in the office, the orange man, as some people call him, then our Kansans are really going to start showing their tails. I was reading the comments under this post, and it was unbelievable, deplorable, despicable. But I have to remind myself, that this is Arkansas, and this is the home of the headquarters of the Ku Klux Klan. Paula Williams stated that if we don't raise up and show up against this, we are in trouble. That's so true. And that's one of the reasons why they don't want the former wrongs of the past or the history to be taught, because they're afraid of that. And you have some people that are with them that are lost because I'm at the table, because I'm a part of your party, because I'm the token that doesn't apply to me, but mess up. Go against them. Disagree with something. They're going to show you what they think about you. Just because you're at the table don't mean that you're eating the same thing. Don't mean that you have the same menu, and we must remember that. And I want to give a few shout outs. Moya, thank you so much for tuning in. It's not okay. It is definitely horrible. It's not okay. My aunt Lily Wilson, thanks for tuning in. Mr. Austin, Lakila, my classmate. Again, Dr. Sharon, thank you all so much for tuning in. Now, on a much lighter note, because I don't want every episode to be heavy, but I had to get these things off of my chest. And all of this taking place during Black History, all of the accomplishments that are being spotlighted and so on and so forth. And it's sad that we have the shortest month to just spotlight it, but it has been given. Even I think by our governors has declared February is Black History Month for Arkansas. But my history is so much more than hate. I want you to teach the true teach history, but Black history is not slavery. Teach me about the inventions, the creations that you guys have stolen and taken credit for. Teach me about the kings and queens. Teach me my native language. Teach me my native culture. And true enough, we have to learn about the things that you guys did, and I think that's the part that hurts. But it has to be done. People, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I do want to give a shout out to the Super Bowl champions for 2023, the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm so excited for them. Again, any team that wins during the Super Bowl, I mean, they're my team. I'm always rooting for UAPB, but any other team, it really doesn't. I mean, whoever wins the Super Bowl, that's my team. But this one holds a true place in my heart because my uncle lives there and my cousins live there, and so I was excited for them as it relates to that. But again, as soon as we feel as if we're taking 2 steps or 3 steps forward, we're not 8 steps back. But we as a people have to start reading, find out what these bills are being passed, ask information about it. Don't just go by what they say on the commercial, what's on the flyer, but look deeper into it, look for details, because there are a lot of bills and things that are taking place that are pushing us years back and taking away more rights than ever. So we have to be mindful. We have to be mindful of those things. People, if there's nothing else, that's all that I have. Danita Cunningham, thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to my Second Baptist Church family. Y'all are up in here representing tonight. I definitely appreciate that. Shout out to the Second. You're here. Shout out to my church. If there's nothing else to be said, people, I am going to depart from the potluck table and sit at a real table and eat some real food because I am hungry and I am tired. It's been a long day. But just to recap, as it relates to our appetizer, which is in a world of turmoil and uncertainty, it is more important than ever to make our families the center of our lives and the top of our priorities. Our book of kebab. Stop hitting the snooze button. Wake up. The phrase, get somebody else to do it, that won't fly in this situation. We have to do it ourselves. We have to do it ourselves before this person does more damage, before they erase the fact that this even happened, because as it states here, all these women don't want their kids to learn how they treated this woman when they were in school. When we have moments like this and they're overshadowed with comments like this, calling the Negro National Anthem or the Black National Anthem, Raise Every Voice and Singing, calling the so-called National Anthem. So we have people making comments like this. People, we have to do something. We have to do something. And with that being said, I am out of here. I see my best friend just joined, Mr. Drayton. Thank you so much for joining. More you say, so you are going to eat some. I am going to eat some real food, but to be truthful, I cooked the last 2 nights and I'm having it left over. So it's probably going to be Chick-fil-A, to be truthful. Probably going to be Chick-fil-A. It's not that me to cook. So with that being said, people, thank you so much for tuning in to the Potluck. Happy Black History Month to each of you. And realize that our history did not start with slavery. Teach them some of the major contributions, especially children. I'm currently working with my students at Life Skills for Youth, and we're exploring and researching individuals who are not necessarily talked about all the time, like Claudette Colvin, which was the teen that refused to give up a seat to a white woman on the bus. We've covered George Speck Crumb, who was credited with creating the potato chip as we know it. We talked about the 4 little girls as well as the 5th girl, Sarah Collins Rudolph, that people don't know about. That was did not die and pretty much written out of history because she did not pass in the bombing of the church. So let's educate ourselves. Let's pay attention to the bills that are being passed. Let's read. Let's look past the commercials because the commercials can show you what they want to show you. And Summer Rain, thank you so much for 50 stars. I promise you every week you're donating stars, and definitely I appreciate that. According to this, is 6 weeks in a row you have donated stars, and yeah, be sure to take care of my godmom. Be sure to do that, which I know that you're always doing that. And again, people, I'm out of here. Master Chef Warren L. Booker Jr. And we know here at the Potluck, whatever you bring, we'll eat it. Now, if it's nasty or unseasoned, we're going to let you know. We're going to ask who cooked it, and we'll spit it out. And remember to never put raisins in the potato salad when you bring it here to the Potluck. With that being said, people, I'm out of here, and I'm going to try to find some real food. Have a great night, and thank you all so much for the weekly support. Be blessed, and happy Black History Month to each of you. And lift your voice and